Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about breakdown region and switching times of diode. Breakdown region. Actually breakdown region occurs in reverse bias. So the reason for breakdown will be two types, Zener breakdown and avalanche breakdown. So avalanche breakdown occurs when the voltage is varying from 2 to 8 volts. So low voltage, okay, that is when an electron triggering electron or agitating electron will go and hit the neighboring, that neighboring will go and hit the other, likewise it will move on. So this happens in low voltage only. This type of systematic bombarding of one to the other will lead to a breakdown. This causes a slight variation, movement of electrons. So there comes a conventional reverse current. In reverse direction and we take the reverse current. So this is the reason why we see a slight current in reverse bias. So this type of breakdown is called as Zener breakdown, and as I already mentioned, the Zener diode, as temperature increases, the valence electrons gain more energy to disrupt the covalent bond, and less amount of external voltage is required. So Zener voltage decreases with temperature. Whereas the next one is avalanche breakdown. As the name implied, avalanche indicates multiplication. So one electron or one electron will be, the minority charge carriers will go and hit the other. Once it is hitting the other, it will be disturbing two electrons at a time. The two electrons again goes and disturbs the other. So likewise 2 to 4, 4 to 8. This happens when the voltage is higher. Okay, that is above 8 volts. So this is one of the reason why we have a drastic increase in current when breakdown occurs. Okay, so in this diagram you can clearly see the first image indicates the avalanche breakdown. One electron go and hits the other one disturbs the other two, then again the 4, likewise it gets go on multiplying. Whereas the next one was because of slight variation only. So this method indicates the Zener breakdown. Now switching times of a diode. What is the switching time of a diode? As we know, when the diode goes for on to off or off to on. In other terms, technically you can say forward bias to reverse bias or reverse bias to forward bias. There will be a time lag between. Why we are having a time lag means breakdown region is the depletion region is there in the middle. So that is the reason why we have a small time lag there. So this topic particularly, it tells you what is the reason for the lag and how the lag is occurring. So we see the partition of the timing in different definitions over here. So the first one is time taken before the diode recovers its steady state is called as recovery time, and the time interval taken by the diode to switch from reverse bias state to forward bias is called forward recovery time, and it is indicated as TFR. The time interval taken by the diode to switch from forward state to the reverse bias is called reverse recovery time, TRR. So these things can be clearly explained in the diagram, and this image depicts the reason why we are having a switching time. Once the diode is in forward bias, we know that P type and N type are connected together, are attached. So one side it will be P type, the other side it will be N type. Near the junction we see that in P type we have more holes. The dominating ones will be more holes where it is increased. The slope of the curve will be increased exponentially. Okay, that indicates holes are more. NP is the notation given. Okay, now what about the electrons? Electrons will be very less there. So we see the value NP naught. Okay, this side if we observe, Likewise, in n side the electrons will be more. So the the curve is exponentially increasing near the depletion region at the center. Likewise, if we go for the holes, it is very less compared to that. So for reverse bias, it is indicated in the next graph. We see that the notation majority carriers in P side is holes. So we have written it as P of 0. The majority carrier in n side is electron, so we have written as n naught. The minority carriers in P type are electrons, so we have written n P naught. The majority carriers in n side are holes, so we have written P n naught. Okay, so in this diagram we see that during the reverse bias condition, majority carriers doesn't conduct the current through the junction and hence does not participate in the current condition. Okay, so the switching times behaves as a short circuited for an instant in reverse direction. So the majority carriers will cross the junction and conduct the current, which is also called as reverse saturation current. So the following graph is clearly indicating that when we have forward to reverse, there will be a lag. Since in forward near the depletion the values are high, suddenly in reverse bias it have to go to 0. So from high value to 0 value, it takes time to get decreased for these minority carriers and majority carriers, which we see the values high near the junction in forward bias, and in reverse bias it is becoming 0. So this is the reason why we have the lag when it is switching on from reverse to forward, forward to reverse bias. So during reverse bias condition, this happens. The switching will be near the barrier, it will be making 0 value. Okay, it is clearly indicated in the graph. Okay, now in this diagram we can clearly understand the diode switching times. Okay, so the time required for diode to charge from forward bias to reverse bias is reverse saturation time, which is indicated as TRR. The first image indicates the input voltage given. The first image indicates, the first graph I can say, indicates the input voltage given. So forward voltage will be positive side and reverse voltage will be negative side. And on x-axis time is taken, y-axis voltage is taken. And the second graph indicates the minority carriers concentration, the minority carrier concentration. So we see a red slope over there where it is getting degraded. So that region will be taken as switching lag time. Okay, where it is taking some time to go on for reverse bias. This region is the lag time actually. So P minus Pn naught stays constant when it is forward bias, and after reaching T1 the slope of the curve will be in exponentially decaying. Okay, the region which is indicated between T1 and T2 is called as switching area. Okay, so now in other words it is framed as a storage time. In other words it is framed as storage time. So it is clearly mentioned in the third graph here. Third graph is between the forward current, reverse current, forward current in positive side, reverse current in negative side, and on x-axis we have time duration, and on y-axis we have current here, diode current. Diode current is mentioned. Okay, then once the storage time is over, then a transition occurs in the negative side from this T2 to T3. So this time is taken as transition time, indicated as TT, and storage time between time T1 and T2. So this is called as storage time. Okay, I am referring the graph 3. Time between T1 and T2 is called as storage time. And the fourth curve indicates on y-axis we have diode voltage, on x-axis again time slot is given. We can clearly see how the voltage is varying. Forward bias, it will be positive voltage, and from T1 to T2, that is the transition period, we have slight decaying exponential curve. Again it is going to negative side from T2 to T3. The red color graph is indicated here. So thus this above graph indicates how the diode will be switching from on to off. Storage time can be mentioned as time required to remove the excess minority carriers. The negative current flowing from N to P type material is of considerable amount during storage time. So this negative current is minus IR, will be taken as minus VR by R. There won't be negative current, we say the direction is reversed. The symbol indicates the direction is reversed. Next time period is taken as transition period, and it is indicated as TT, transition period. The transition period is the time taken for the diode to get into completely open circuit condition. That is, after T3 the diode will be in a steady state, reverse bias condition. Before T1 diode is under steady state forward bias condition. So the time taken to get completely to open circuit condition is reverse recovery time, TRR, is equal to storage time plus transition time. Okay, so go through the definitions of it, and with this I wind up the topic. Thank you for watching. Thank you.